For we have defiled ourselves and ignored the sacred laws which were formulated for the support and salvation of the children of Anu. Namaste, namaskaram. Perfection is your birthright. Reclaim your divinity and rise as a metahuman in this golden age. The kingdom of God is located within the head. Because of this, you will never find it in a religious temple or church outside of you. Any 501c megachurch of organized religion. The kingdom of God is located within the head in this temple. And this is why the Bible verses such as Luke chapter 17 verses 20 through 21 say, "And when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of God should come, he answered them and said, The kingdom of God cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, Lo here, or there. For behold, the kingdom of God is within you." Right there. The Bible verses are talking about the house inside your skull and between your temples, which is your kingdom, or rather your temple of God. The word house is derived from the Gothic word gudhus, meaning temple or God house. The Bible and many religious stories throughout the world are telling you that the kingdom of God is located between your temples, inside your pineal gland and within your body, not out in the external world. No amount of listening to debates between Wesley Huff and Billy Carson will ever reveal that fact to you. All that will be revealed is contentiousness and low vibrations. Most people read the Bible and other religious books in a literal manner, thereby preventing themselves from seeing the deeper knowledge hidden in these religious books. The fourth dimensional spirit is more critical than the three-dimensional human animal matter body. So why would you read this third-dimensional book, this Bible, in a third-dimensional manner when it is a book upon spirit, to be read in the spirit, not read in some external church organization of brick and mortar? No, but read with the spirit in the temple, not built with human hands. Dear viewer, there is a philosophy of divine science. It can be called magic, that's fine. Don't let that word trigger you. But once you understand this philosophy of the soul, understand the principles that govern it and your world, once you understand them, you can learn how to do miracles, how to perform magic, create a magical life, create a magical fourth dimensional on your way to fifth dimensional life, live more magically, live more ascendantly. But people are often misled about this magic. They're given fear through the Hollywood hype, through the demons of that world, hocus pocus, Hollywood hype. However, abracadabra is real. It is a Hebrew word that means I create what I speak, and more potently so when you speak from the heart. But you see, the trick here is learning how to speak, and learning how to speak from your heart in particular, because ultimately, in the fourth dimension, there is no time as we understand time. There is only an infinite now. There is no space as we mostly understand space. There is only an infinite here. And since this is the case, since this is so, wherever you are now, you will be forever. And this is both the blessing and the curse of the immortality that is yours right now. Death is not real. It is only an aberration of an ego mind that understands death in the sense of the material body. But many spiritual teachings have taught mankind that the world is made up of space, expansiveness and infinity, air, mobility, fire, temperature, water, fluidity, and earth, solidity. These five elements are not based on physical qualities, but spiritual qualities, fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional qualities. That is the inversion of this age. Everything is all about the third dimension. Everything is understood from the third dimension, as if there is no reality beyond the third dimension. Jesus walked on water, you're told, but how can that be so? Have you ever seen anyone walk on water? That is the third dimension exoteric teaching. That is the broad path that leads many people to ruination. But Jesus walked on water, yes. He commanded his emotions. He commanded his third dimensional animal self with the higher God knowledge of his God mind. And thus he walked on water. Yes, he controlled his emotions. He controlled the emotions of todos los entes del mundo. He shared the power of the God force. And yes, he controlled and stilled storms as well with that God force. But spiritual qualities, not physical qualities, not to be understood physically. Now, beside these five qualities of spiritual energy, the world is also made of words, because we live in a world that relies heavily on words to communicate. And when words are spoken aloud, they transform into sound, frequency, and vibration, which are some of the fundamental building blocks of matter. The physical world we live in is made of matter. Therefore, it is also made of sound, frequency, and vibration. And on a deeper level, the material world was brought into existence using the power of spoken words. A spoken word has sound, frequency, and vibration, giving it the power to affect how energy manifests itself into physicality. Hence, the biblical saying, in the beginning was the Word. Your word has power, dear viewer. You are word. You are the four cosmic principles in human form, in this third dimensional physicality. But please understand that the fourth dimensional spirit, your soul, which is the fourth dimensional entity, your spirit is fifth dimensional. We are all headed towards a life of spirit. But this spirit should be much more critical, especially right now, than this three-dimensional matter. Now, there are also many entities that use energy in high-density plasma to form and develop matter. These structures, these three-dimensional, third-dimensional structures, feed on photons and other ionic particles to physically grow in places where there's nothing else available, such as in a void. But these orbs that are flying around are from higher dimensional intelligences. They're not demons. They may be, some of them may be demons. They're not all demons, but not all humans are good. Not all humans are angels. There's plenty of these varieties of entities that use energy in different ways, vampiric, parasitic ways, but all that's being drowned out in the light. But these non-dimensional or these non-human intelligences are very advanced from sectors of the universe billions of years older than where we're at, where self-development is a characteristic of being alive, where their self-development led to these higher dimensional technologies that we're flying around in F-16s and can't even keep up with. If the wind comes in your house, you in time will invent the door. When you are an intelligent being, development is a natural succession of challenges to make your life the best possible life ever. Being endowed with intelligence, with divine intelligence, does not need motivation. You need challenges to improve your lifestyle. We are now being challenged on this planet with the evidence of higher dimensional intelligences. And there's a good reason Catholics pray for the deceased souls to be released from purgatory. Those souls who leave their physical body and are confronted with the reality of their soul, their energy signature, these dense levels of reality, and they become caught, they become stuck in this lower dimensional existence, this third dimensional reality, because that's all they've ever known. That's all their church has ever taught them. But evolution of the personality continues in the space between lifetimes. Now, we can support one another with our prayers, regardless of whether the personality is in a body or in a dimension in the afterlife. The Magi have the tools to help disincarnate those souls, resolve karma, and send the ego personality aspects into a higher dimension of light to join with the corresponding spirit. An attachment could be one of your soul aspects coming home from a mission ready to be integrated. Enlightenment is not knowing everything. It is actually integration, of having all of your aspects in alignment, all of your energy bodies in alignment under the command of your divine will. Integration. An attachment can be an energy construct created from a belief system, such as organized religion, the crucifixion implants, the enslavement protocols of organized religion, fearful thought forms which they excel in, and many attachments automatically clear when they are properly acknowledged as feelings or emotions. Now, emotions are energies in motion, energies. That is what emotion, and they can be transferred from one entity to another. Some negative attachments transfer from the Illuminati, deep state cabal perpetrators to a victim. The whole world is their intended victim during their abuse with their black magic rituals to enslave humanity. And these energy patterns may be passed down the ancestral line. When you intimately know and feel your own energy, you will stop allowing yourself to be a victim. You will rise as a metahuman in full divine power. Children of Anu, rise. Now you will take appropriate action without hesitation. Not all entities are negative. Some observe as an apprentice when they are ready to reincarnate. You might have disembodied energy people watching you. If you live correctly and you have a certain style and panache about you, they're taking notes. Perhaps they are evaluating your life to see if earth life is in their best interest. Some of these higher non-human intelligence may be taking notes from you if you're a particularly good guitar player or YouTube influencer. You may or may not be aware of their presence, but they are usually harmless. A deceased ancestor may attach to your field and serve as one of your guides, depending upon their level of personal evolution. The guidance they offer may or may not be beneficial. Attachments can be cleared by calling upon your guides and angels. Ask them to gather all parts and pieces of the personality and clear the karma, those leftover energy patterns unresolved, and help the earthbound personality integrate with spirit in the higher light realms, in the higher dimensional realms. And this process and all of this science of the soul is simply the process by which an individual may experience direct conscious union with the absolute, divine mind, universal intelligence, or what the grand cosmic masters of the ancient cosmic science refer to as God of their hearts. God is located in your heart. It is the conduit between the lower animal realms to the higher realms. God is all. It is the intimate and direct awareness of God, or the cosmic through self, your Atman. That is through the domain of the subconscious. Now, this doesn't happen by adhering to specific tenets or beliefs of religions, but by learning and applying natural laws, cosmic laws that over time allow students to experience consciousness of the cosmic, of the grand mind of God, the morphogenetic field of the mind of God. The Magi, the yogi, the mystic, the metahuman ascendant, is the student, the knowledge seeker, who through the process of studying mysticism seeks direct conscious union with the universal intelligence, the grand mind of God, the cosmic intelligence, intelligent infinity, infinite intelligence. The true Magi is different from those Terrans trapped, these other earthly beings who are quite content with remaining asleep in their physical existence. But what makes this path of ascension so wonderful and so sacred at this particular time is that the conscious attunement with divinity and the cosmic, which comes from the knowledge and the ability to apply and use the laws of God and nature constructively, is so potent. If you but can focus your will, your intention to raise your soul vibrations, as Apsu did reign in the void, through his winds the primordial waters were mingled, a divine and artful spell Apsu upon the waters cast. On the voids deep he poured a sound sleep. You will pour your intention and create your own world in this new Satyuga of the golden age. The energies are there, the everlasting gold, the true spiritual gold of your heart. Because perfection is your birthright. Reclaim your divinity. Ye are all gods. Namaste, namaskaram.